No, I appreciate it. Obviously, having Coach Harsh as my coach for a few years, obviously, he's a big part of what I was able to accomplish, and I thank him a lot.
There was some talk possibly about retiring your number. What are your thoughts on that? Maybe disappointing at all that they decided not to do that? Or?
Oh, I don't care. It is what it is. Whatever happens, and it'll be fun.
What do you see out of the quarterbacks and everyone that's going for the starting job?
Oh, really, to be honest, I haven't really seen any practice. I've gotten to know them a little bit just being here during the last few months, and they're all great guys. It's a long process for that. That doesn't happen until August, and so really the summer is important for them, and then obviously fall camp.
It's the first time since maybe before you became a starter when they've had a competition like this. What do you remember about that? You kept level-headed and stuff like that, but what was it like to be a part of a competition where there were so many guys trying to get that job?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a long process. I think that's the big thing. This is kind of just phase one of it, and then you got summer and fall camp, and so it's kind of what you do in the next few months that probably has a bigger indication than just this spring ball.
Brett Rippon has been compared to you, and just setting a lot of records in Washington. Just a few years ago, did you ever imagine someone could be compared to you?
Oh, I don't know. Obviously, he grew up in Washington, and so it's about time to get another Washington guy down here, and we'll see what happens.
What's next for you in terms of getting back to Detroit, NFL stuff, all that? What's next for you?
Yeah, starting up soon. We start on the 20th, and so get back into the routine there, and it'll be a lot of fun.
So this works out obviously really well for you, then, considering that.
Yeah, the last few years, the spring game, I was always already back, so this year it works out.
Going back to Detroit, why was that important to you, and the opportunity to maybe be the backup instead of the third guy?
We enjoy it there. It's good. You're surrounded by good people, and I think that's most important. And we feel like we have a good opportunity there. We enjoy the group. We have a fun quarterback room, and so it's a lot of fun.
I think a lot of people here are like, why won't someone get Kellen as the number 2? Why won't Kellen play and all that stuff? And some of you wonder, they say, why is he going back to Detroit? But what do you say when you hear that stuff, and what's your response to it?
We've been fortunate to be there for 3 years. They've invested 3 years in me, and so I appreciate that, and I'm excited to go back and kind of continue to progress from what we've been able to accomplish in 3 years.
The NFL draft coming up, obviously took a different route to get there, but for Grant and Jay, what do you remember about this period leading up to it? Is it a bit nerve-wracking for these guys, you think?
Yeah, it becomes a moment. You can't really control it. At this point, you sit back, relax, and wait all the rounds, and if you got to wait till the 8th round like me, then you have to wait for it. So.
How much of last year's team did you actually get to watch, or what were your impressions as this offense kind of grew up and went back to what you guys did a few years ago?
We watched what we could. You guys complained about the late kickoffs here, and I'm on the East Coast at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. It's tough to watch much more, but obviously they did a great job. They were a lot different at the end of the year than they were at the beginning, and that's kind of a testament to what the coaches are able to accomplish, and these guys developing and getting more comfortable with each other. So.
Do you have a favorite memory as a Boise State player? Anything that really just jumps out to you?
I don't think one moment. It was obviously a lot of fun for 4 years. We got to play in some big games and hopefully put Boise State in a different framework than they were in the past, and set us up for a national stage.
Since you said you hadn't seen much practice yet this spring, what are you looking forward to seeing out of this team, this offense here today?
All the trick plays. I'm sure Drink's going to bring them all out, make sure everyone sees them, and I mean it's a spring game. It's a small piece of a large piece of pie, and so you enjoy it, and hopefully see a few touchdowns.
Has that perception of Boise changed at all? You talked about maybe it was different than when you were there, and now you're in the league. You talk to guys. You got a couple players who are going to be drafted probably pretty high.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, evidence just by how many guys are playing in the NFL right now. There's a lot of guys back this weekend that are playing at a high level in the NFL, and it just shows all the talent and all the guys that have come through here in the past.